Beloved, welcome to this sacred moment of transformation. I am Astarius Miraculi, and my message today is the trick or treat of life. Today is All Saints' Day, or what is commonly known as Halloween. And originally it was All Saints' Day. The essence of this day is such that the veils between the dimensions are very thin, which is one of the reasons why there's such an emphasis of spirits and beings from the other side. Sometimes a resonance of death. But death is simply another face of life, because when we die to the physical plane, we are then born of the plane, or born unto the plane of spirit. When we are born into physicality, we die to the plane of spirit. So death is also ascension, and death is another face of life. And so, being as though the veils between the dimensions are very thin, we want to be in communion with that higher resonance of life. And we also want to honor both the trick and the treat of life. For even in the midst of the trick is also a treat. I have a selection from my book, Miraculi, Song of Ascension, that I call Night Ride, and it is very appropriate to the frequencies that we are dealing with. Riding through the night, searching for the light, replacing all wrongs with absolute right. Riding through the night, finding the light, challenged by darkness, yet winning the fight, reaching for great heights while riding through the night, knocked down in the fight, but rose again in spite. Yes, everything's all right, riding through the night. Riding through the night, gliding through the night, from acknowledgement of all evil, I forever go on strike. Glowing through the night, growing out of fright, for the God within my soul is my power and my might. The duty of the night is to love the world in spite of who, what, where, or when. Oh yes, to love is my birthright. The prize of the night is the wisdom and insight that grows out of my soul when God, or that is when with God, I reunite. I will not cease in the night to be at peace throughout the night, for to be forever peaceful is my privilege and my right. So as I ride through the night, I will confide in the light, holding its brightness in my gaze and never letting it out of sight. Night Ride. So there's a couple of stanzas that I want to focus upon, and that is reaching for great heights while riding through the night. Knocked down in the fight, but rose again in spite. Yes, everything's all right, riding through the night. In life, sometimes we are knocked down, and it hurts like hell. And yet, as spirit emerges from the inner sanctum of our being, we get up stronger than we were before we were knocked down. And we get up stronger partly in spite of being knocked down, and mostly we get up stronger because of being knocked down. And so if you are riding through the night in your life and there are shadows that you're dealing with, know that you will emerge a more glorified and empowered being as a result of any trials and tribulations. Because being as though you are a descendant of God Almighty, you are also co-eternal with God Almighty, extending from the beginningless beginning all the way into the endless end. So never will there be a time when you will cease to be. And yet your shadows' days are numbered. Your shadows, your trials, your tribulations will never outlast you, will never outlast me. And so we want to be aware of that. And we want to look for the advantage within the trick of life. Sometimes we go through pain, we go through fear, we go through worry, we face hatred, and all of those things. Those are the tricks of life. And yet we want to be in honor of the trick and the treat of life. Because if we go to the central core of the trick, we will find the treat. As in Halloween, the kids go out searching for candy, they knock on the door and they say, trick or treat. So this is the trick or treat of life, and the wisdom of honoring the trick or the treat of life. The central core of any and everything holds the resonance of that which is divine, that which is benevolent, that which has your back, that which has my back, that which has the back of the all that is. See, it's like, hear ye, O seeker, play not a game of chance, maintain a lofty attitude to conquer lowly circumstance. Some circumstances seem so bad, though goodness in disguise, it's up to you to see the good or else be victimized. It's up to us to see the good or else be victimized. So we want to look for the advantage within the adversity. We want to know that it is wise not to despise it. We want to use that dung to fertilize it, for life's greatest connoisseur gets the best crops from the best manure. And so I'm offering some energies now for the transcendence of any of the trials and the tribulations. Got a little something in my throat here. Let me get it out. Looking for the advantage within the adversities to rise above the trials and tribulations. I'm going to offer now some of my didgeridoo to offer some sound frequencies to facilitate the transcending of any trials and any tribulations, any negativity, to bless the difficulties of life, because everything that we bless will bless us back, and everything that we curse will curse us back. And so we want to bless it all and take no slack. So for those of you who are powerful healers, and I think that is applicable to all of us, offer your energy and let's co-create this healing vibration to lift us all above the trials and tribulations that we face, and to cause those trials and tribulations to become servant unto us, for they were never meant to be master over us.